Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, has bombed the minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Nyesom, Wike, describing him as the only life bencher who never handled a case. That is what we're going to talk about in this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, how did the controversy start? The controversy began when the former governor of Rivers State and now Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Nyesom Wike, in an interview with select brokers journalists that was televised live, Nyesom Wike accused Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, of misinterpretation of the Supreme Court judgment on the defection of the 27 lawmakers of the Rivers State House of Assembly that defected from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress. That was how the Wahala started. So he accused, Nyesom Wike accused Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, of misinterpreting the Supreme Court judgment. And in that interview that went viral, Nyesom Wike said, if someone of Femi Falana's caliber can go on national television and lie, it is very serious. Lies can cause a lot of crisis. Of course, Femi Falana, knowing his standing in the legal profession and in the society, cannot take that lying low. He had to respond to Nyesom Wike and the allegation made against him. So, Femi Falana responded in a statement which he titled, "I did not lie against the Supreme Court of Nigeria," accusing Nyesom Wike of trying to set the Supreme Court against him. And he took a jab on Nyesom Wike, saying that he is the only life bencher who never handled a case. And he began to defend his right to challenge or to criticize any judgment that he found questionable, that he has a right to do that. He cited Section 39 of the 1999 Constitution and Article 9 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, saying that both of which gave him freedom of expression, including the right to comment on court decisions, the right to criticize the judiciary. And he also noted that even the Supreme Court also encourages that they be criticized if there is a need, because they themselves understood that they are not infallible. They can also make mistakes. Of course, you and I know there are several instances when the Supreme Court has gone back to revisit its judgment because they are human too. So Falana challenged Nyesom Wike's understanding of the judiciary, reminding him that the role of the lawyer is to strengthen democracy, even if it involves critiquing the judicial decisions that are made by the courts. And on the defection of the 27 lawmakers, Falana said, and I quote, he said, "All I said was that the matter of the defection of the 27 legislators was raised suo motu and determined by the eminent justices by the APES, and determined by the eminent justices of the APES court. And he went on to talk about the fact that the Supreme Court should not allow what happened in River State to stand, and cited other instances and said that if these rivers is allowed to continue to stand, it's going to affect our democracy. It's going to affect the behavior of our politicians, who can defect anyhow they like. And at the end of the day, it will be injurious to our democracy. And he also mocked Nyesom Wike, saying that Nyesom Wike cannot make himself or appoint himself the defender of the judiciary. Because that is basically what Nyesom Wike has tried to make himself, the defender of the judiciary. He said, no, you can't appoint yourself the defender of the judiciary. And he said that if you have any issue against any lawyer who you believe had conducted himself in an indisciplined way, act of indiscipline, okay, who had done something wrong, you say, file a petition to the legal disciplinary committee so that they can be able to review it. It is not for you to go on national television and present yourself as the defender-in-chief of Nigeria's judiciary. That was what he was saying in that statement that he issued. And if you notice, recently, Nyesom Wike has also taken it upon himself to be pointing out those who should be disciplined because of their comment on judicial decisions. The case in point is that of Professor Chidi Odenkalu, where Nyesom Wike was calling for him to be disciplined by the body of benchers. And what was the offense of Professor Chidi Odenkalu? Professor Chidi Odenkalu has used his position as a columnist, as a professor of law, to point out some of the loopholes in recent judgments of the courts of Nigeria, which he found questionable, and the conduct of the judges, which he found also not helpful in terms of the judiciary being fair. There was he wrote about the fact about the FCT minister building houses for justices in Abuja. He was among those who had criticized it, that it was not right. It's not good for the separation of power. It's not good for fairness, justice, and equity. In fact, Professor Odenkalu drew attention to some of the comments made by Nyesom Wike himself. For example, Nyesom Wike, during the inauguration or the laying of foundation for the Supreme Court, the justices' quarters or so, did say that the land that they collected for that project was taken away from Julius Berger. It was a land allocated to Julius Berger. They took it. He took it and handed it for the judiciary to build houses for the judges. And Odenkalu was asking, supposing Julius Berger goes to court to challenge that unilateral revocation of their land, Can they get justice when the land was taken from them and given to the top men in the judiciary? Those are the kind of things Adam Carlo had done, the kind of intervention he had made. Then there was a case where he saw Nyesom with appeal court president in an event, and he said it ought not to be so, because Nyesom had interest in a case in Rivers, in Edo State, governorship election dispute in Edo State that is about to be taken to the appeal court, and he said Nyesom has vested interest in the Edo matter. Why should he be seen with the president of the Court of Appeal? These are the things, some of the things that Professor Chidon and Kala had pointed out. Nyesom, he said he should be disciplined. In fact, he was telling the body of benchers that they should know that they are waiting for petition. What are they waiting for? The man has written an article. You have seen his article. He writes it. He has written. That is enough for him to be invited and perhaps disciplined. So I think that is basis of Falana telling him that nobody has made you. You can't make yourself the defender of judiciary in Nigeria. If you have any issue, write a petition against the person so that the person will defend himself. And you who wrote the petition also, you come and defend your petition. So what do you think about the response of Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, to Nyesom, who accused him on live television of misinterpreting the Supreme Court judgment on the defection of 27 Rivers State lawmakers? Whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, or have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you will be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.